First and foremost, I just want to thank Lady Raider Nation for coming out and supporting us. I think they have every reason not to show up, and it just shows you what West Texas is about and what Lady Raider Nation is about. These kids have been fighting hard. We've been through a really rough patch. The men's game was earlier today. Kansas City Chiefs were on. Did they win? Oh, yeah, okay. So there's a lot of pressure there, right, for us to win. But also I just feel like they have every reason not to show up for us, and we need that home court advantage. And I just appreciate so much that they're hanging in there with us and showing love to these girls that are just giving it their all every single day. And like I said, it's been rough. It's been a rough patch, and I'm so happy for these girls to get that monkey off their back and to just pop the cap off and celebrate a win. BYU is a really good basketball team. We knew they would not go away. They fight extremely hard. And that was good for us to have to go down to the wire. And I didn't think that we showed very much composure late, but we did at the free throw line, thanks to Jazzy and Bailey. But I do think we can learn a lot from that game. And what I love the most is the first half, our offensive fluidity was so much better. Every kid that played, I think we played 9 kids in the first half, and all 9 had scored, and that's been lacking. So I think that was really huge. And then we were really, really guarding. So we need to clean up the second half and learn how to do that for 4 complete quarters. And I think we're going to be a pretty tough basketball team.
Jazzy, she mentioned it a little bit, but your ability to be clutch at the free throw line really came in handy tonight. You want to talk a little bit about that?
It's just almost like we do pressure free throws in practice all the time. So, going up to the line, I need to knock these 2 free throws down to sustain a lead for the team. And, I'm just calm at the line. Even Bailey, she knocked down clutch free throws too. So we were just able to sustain a lead for the team.
Yeah, that's awesome. This is for both Danae and Jazz. But you had a lot of former Lady Raiders come today, including my first basketball coach ever, and Janice Legan, love her. But yeah, super cool with that. How did that feel to kind of pull out a big win, especially with a big comeback attempt and then y'all stopping that? How did that feel?
Honestly, it felt pretty good. I think we all knew what this game meant to us and the people coming back to watch this game that used to play here and how they're still fans. And I think they knew that we were on a losing streak, but they still decided to show up. And I think that this game meant a little more to us. Obviously with them back in town, and it was kind of special, I think, because obviously like I just mentioned, we were on a losing streak, and for this to be our first win back, I think that was really cool.
Yeah, it was really amazing. All the Lady Raiders that have played before us have left a legacy, and for them to come back and see us pull out this win, and not only pull out the win, but the way we pulled out the win, we played hard. I feel like for 40 minutes. Coach mentioned it. We had some slip-ups at the end, but I think we all was locked in for 40 minutes, and I think they came back to see us win, but they also came back to see us play hard for the Lady Raiders. So that's what we did.
I'll ask this question for both you, Danae and Jazz. Danae, can you answer this first? So considering this is the 50th anniversary night, can you talk about what it means to be a Lady Raider?
Yeah, it's a really special moment for me. Obviously, I just got here in the summer, and I think this is the most fun I've ever had on a team my whole career. And I think that just goes to show, no matter if it's your first year or, your fourth, this team is really special. And it really starts with, the coaches that brought me here. I don't really think I would be where I'm at on, the basketball court and just, in life in general without them and my teammates. So, this is a really special moment for us and our coaches.
Being a Lady Raider, I've been a Lady Raider for going on 3 years now, and it's a special thing to be a part of. Like I mentioned, it's 50-year anniversary, and you see tons of Lady Raiders coming back and just sharing their stories and sharing their legacy that they have left behind. And, just to put on this jersey is just, you're playing for more than yourself. You're playing for the people that played before you. You're playing for your sisters. So this 50th anniversary, getting a win on this day was just truly amazing. And I think it felt more to them than it did to us. We won, but I feel like the Lady Raiders that played before us felt it too, because they've been in that moment too. So it's just really special.
And just being back at home on an occasion like this, did that have do you feel that gave you any advantage tonight in tonight's win?
100%. I mean, we was playing for more. Like I said, we was playing for more than really just to win. We was playing to win, but we was also playing for the former Lady Raiders too. They gave us an edge. They gave us a push. Like, this game was, I feel like, I don't know how to really explain it. It was just going into this game, it felt different. Coach mentioned it before the game. It just feels different. It's a different feeling, and that feeling helped us get the win.
And just lastly, about that feeling with, all of them coming back, the alumni, just that feeling. Can you describe what it was like this week compared to, just other normal weeks you've had?
I think it was just a different mindset going into this week. Like Danae said, we kind of been on a little losing streak, and going into this week, we have to break it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have to dig deep and find out who's going to be the tougher team at the end of the day. And so I feel like 1 through 15, coaching staff, support staff, we all locked in. We all bought in this week, knowing that, yes, it's the 50th anniversary, but we still have a game to win, and we dug deep and did that.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
All right, Coach. I know this one was definitely special for you, just with the fact of you being a former Lady Raider yourself. So, what is legacy and the legacy of the Lady Raiders kind of mean to you?
Yeah, this is always a special game for me, and it's hard, right? Like when you're a former Lady Raider and and you've been successful as a Lady Raider, and you come back and coach, you want them. That whole reason I came back is to help these girls accomplish and have the experience the same as we did. I mean, like, and it's hard. It's super hard. I mean, it's a different day and age. It's different. There's so many different moving parts now. But every time I see a former Lady Raider, I feel a great responsibility, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to just continue our legacy. That not only I left, but the people before me as well, and then the people after me, and we have so many people that have poured their heart and soul into this program that it's super important for me to show our girls and to tell our girls that story and to pass on that tradition. And so I love hearing them talk about getting to meet the former Lady Raiders. We had a banquet last night, a dinner last night, and they got to sit with them and hear some stories. And it meant a lot to these girls because we preach it a lot, but for them to have people come back and say, hey, we're supporting you through it, and to say, we've been there too. Like, there were multiple Lady Raiders last night that told these girls, we've been on losing streaks too. Like, it's okay. Like, you can pull together and you can find a way to get out of it. And when you do, great things can happen for you. And that's when you have those bonds and you have those stories, and you come back, 20 years later, or 10 years later, or 5 years later, and you just pick right back up where you left off. And that's the beauty of collegiate sports. That's the beauty of team sports, but it's also the beauty of Lady Raider basketball, because it's special and it's different than other places. And I'll tell you, we don't have any. I'm going to be super dramatic right here, but we don't have any 6-figure kids in our locker room. In the day and age that we live in, we don't have any 6-figure kids. We have kids that want to be Lady Raiders, that they came here to go to Texas Tech, and we sold them on the tradition. We sold them on the experience that they were going to have. We sold them on the crowd that they were going to get to play in front of. We sold them on the support they're going to have from other former Lady Raiders. We sold them on the community and the family that they're going to have when they leave here. And that's why our players are playing at Texas Tech. And so it's hard, it's really hard. And so I just have so much respect for them right now, that they are trying to get through this storm that we're in and the fire that we're in, and trying to find their way on the other side of it, so that we can continue to build and continue to build this program back up. And I think it's super special that today was the day that we celebrated 50 years, and that there were so many Lady Raiders here to watch these girls fight through this adversity and fight for the double T.
And whoever gave Marcia, Coach Sharp, that chain,
the Dominator chain, right?
Deserves
that is
a raise.
Zuri, yes, 100%. That was fantastic. Can't wait to see the video.
Yeah, it was awesome. But so, speaking of, what does this win and a little bit of a losing streak mean to this team?
Yes.
And you?
So, I mean, obviously, losing sucks, and it's been really, really hard. We knew going into this stretch that it was going to be difficult. If you look at it at the beginning of the year, we were playing 4 ranked teams in a row. We didn't take care of business when we went to Arizona State. Give Arizona State all the credit for that. But the next 4 games we knew were going to be really, really difficult. But we thought we could compete. We competed with some. West Virginia, I would say we did not. But if we could, we really showed the girls the schedule and the next few games that they have, and the next few games that other teams have. Because after we got beat by Iowa State, we really looked at our schedules and talked about okay, we still have opportunity. We still have a great deal of basketball to play, and it's on us to find a way to hold our heads high, to continue to work, to continue to believe in each other, and find a way, to get back on the winning side. And I think you saw a great deal of enthusiasm and attack in the first half tonight. And then I think you saw a little bit of, oh crap, we got to hang on. And I'm so proud of these girls for hanging on and finding a way to get it done, because we needed that win just to kind of pop the cap off a little bit for us to get our confidence back, and now we got to go back to work. I mean, it's not going to get any easier. We know that every game on our schedule is really, really difficult. And I just love that they found a way to fight through for 4 quarters and get the win.
And like you said a little bit in your opening statement, but do you mind talking about just everyone getting involved tonight in the sense of just you wanted some more team play other than, say, just Jazz or Bailey really stepping up, but everyone stepped up tonight? Yeah,
there's no doubt that we have to have everybody contribute. That's just where we are. I know that Jazzy and Bailey we can definitely ride their backs, but at the same time, they've got to have some help because the scouting's really, really good in the Big 12, and they're going to find a way to limit those two. Also, it's just, we're playing against some really, really good talent, really, really good teams, and we've got to have other kids that'll step up. But what we've really been challenging Bailey and Jazzy to do is to do their job to draw that second defender, to draw a third defender, and then to find the open teammate. And then those teammates are able to step up and do what they do. And I thought you really saw that in the first half. I want to give all the flowers to Jasmine Shavers, because we have been preaching and preaching and preaching to her about her drawing defenders and making the pass to help her teammates score. She's such a prolific scorer, and we love that. We absolutely love that about her. But as we said, when you draw 2 or 3, you've done your job. Now find the open player. And she did that tonight at a really high level. And it's unfortunate that she only had 3 assists. But when we go back, we have a scoring area pass made, or like Planette likes to call it, a coach's assist, that they made the right pass and that they didn't make the shot. And she had multiple of those tonight, right? Several to Sarah that she either fouled and maybe missed the free throws, or a kick out, missed 3, but they're the right reads. And it was the first time that our support players were getting to catch and shoot instead of us running them off screens. And so your footwork's a little bit different. We are really good shooters, but we need to find more ways for them to catch and shoot. I think you saw that from Danae. She really knocked the ball down really well. Jalen Bristow knocked a couple down. Really good shooters. And so we just got to continue as a staff to find ways to draw 2 defenders on our attacks so that we can find the open players so that they can help us score it. Because when that happens, it's hard to defend.
Coach, I've had the past couple of days to talk to a bunch of people about you, and basically what I've gotten is that you live and breathe this team, the culture, Lady Raider basketball. I'd also got the opportunity to talk to Coach Sharp today as well, and she said it took a village to build this program. Can you just open up about what the influence of Lady Raider basketball has had across West Texas?
Yeah, obviously Coach Sharp is the pioneer of this, and she absolutely had a mission, had a vision, and put the right people around her to build this program up. And she had Janine McCaney, who really fought for her on a back in the day when women's basketball wasn't as prominent here. Coach Sharp recruited the right players. She got out in the community. She got the community to meet the players that she was recruiting, that they fell in love with, and that's what started bringing fans in to watch women's basketball here. And we were really fortunate to be successful. And then it carried on for 20 years. I mean, for 20 years, Lady Raider basketball was top 25, top 3 in the nation in attendance. Everybody knew about Texas Tech Lady Raider basketball, and it's because of West Texas. It's because of the love that they show for women's basketball and women's sports in general. But they show up, they support, they empower, and everybody that has worn a Lady Raider uniform knew that. That's why they came. I remember Erin Grant saying that the reason she wanted to come to Texas Tech is because she wanted to play in front of a crowd. And at that point, which was several years ago, Texas Tech was one of the few where Lady Raider basketball was playing in front of 10,000. And, that's my mission here, is that, that's what I'm saying. I want to thank for our fans for coming out and supporting us, because they have every reason not to. And that's what makes them different, is they aren't just supporting, they're not bandwagon fans at all. They're Lady Raider fans, and they support our kids, win or lose. But obviously, everybody wants to support a winner, and so we just got to continue to fight, and we'll fill this place up again.
And lastly, Coach, just emotionally, what are you feeling right now? Just a conference win, which you needed, but especially on the night with everyone in the house, what was it like?
Yeah, I'm feeling really grateful. I'm feeling really grateful that God has put me in a position to lead this program, and through the fire. I understand what's happening. I understand the situation we're in. I understand, that it's been that I'm in my 5th year, and that we're trying to put together some teams that can be competitive at a really high rate. But I'm super grateful for the opportunity, and I'm grateful for the pressure. I'm grateful for the opportunity to continue to mentor these young ladies, and to tell them how and to share with them how special it is to be a Lady Raider, and to share our experience and our story, and continue to build and grow. And, our story right now for this team is in progress, and it's a great journey that we're on. The past 5 games we've been in the valley, now we're going to start climbing that mountain and try to get to the peak. Thank you, guys.